Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Kathleen. I'm the owner of Hope Farms in Foster, Rhode Island. My husband and I have just started a brand new farm, but really our dream started here on this property. I'm currently on Maple Lane Farms in Preston, Connecticut. Look at this beautiful place. And I wanted to just take a few minutes before we start our family wedding to tell you a little bit about how we came to decide that we wanted to be farmers and what inspired us and how we got to be where we are today. So, yeah, today Guy's daughter is getting married. So Sam and Haley are getting married, and we could not be more excited and more proud of them. And the wedding is literally about to start in 15 minutes, but they're all taking pictures. So I figured I would take a minute to talk to the camera and all of you. So about a year and a half ago, Sam and Haley were out looking for a property for their wedding, and they came across this amazing place. It's called Maple Lane Farms. It's a Christmas tree farm. There is a house. Look at this house. Built in 1891. And there's a barn down this way that we're going to walk over to in a few minutes. And there's 230 acres of land. So when Sam and Haley came out to look at this property last July, they fell in love with it right away because it's just absolutely spectacular. And in having a conversation with Alan, the owner of the property, Haley just kind of asked him a whole bunch of questions to find out, like, you know, how do you even make this work? Look at this place. How did you get to be a farmer and make all of this work? Well, the story for this place is that Alan was born on the property. His father's father bought this property for his new bride back in the 1800s. And it was just this house. And then they raised, I think, 6 or 8 kids in this house. And Alan, who's now in his mid-60s, he was the only one that decided he wanted to stay on the property and become a farmer. So he went to Cornell University, or was it Columbia? I think it was Cornell. And he learned agriculture, and he came back and he started to farm this land. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. So when Haley was talking to him, she was asking him about his business model. And this is not how he makes his living with these Christmas trees. I'm going to show you over here. We're going to walk across the street. He makes his real living growing lettuce. I don't know if you can see it behind me. Maybe a little bit. He has 4 hydroponic greenhouses back there, and he grows lettuce. And that is what allows him to maintain this entire property. He sells Christmas trees, obviously. Right now, they do it by reservation, and he sells them for $85 each. He already has 1,000 reservations. It's good money, really good money. So anyway, Sam and Haley fell in love with this place and learned that Alan and his wife Kim were getting ready to retire. But what do you do with all of this? You know, they don't have any kids that they wanted to sell it or leave it to. So they were interested in selling. And so Guy and I, we had a conversation. And after a lot of going back and forth, and they did some evaluations on the property, Alan and Kim said that we could buy this farm. And that alone was just like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, they're willing to sell us this property. And when that happened, we started working on a business plan. So Guy set up the whole template of the business plan. And we, as a family, we shared the documents. And as a family, we would go in and we would just start dreaming. And we'd be like, oh my God, we could grow tulips, and we could have Easter egg hunts for kids, and we can do music festivals over here, and we can have fishing competitions out on the lake. This is going to be amazing. So we dreamt, is that the right way? We dreamt together, we planned together, we collaborated, And we literally went through all the hoops that one could jump through up until the very end. So probably back in like April or May of 2024. Alan was getting ready. We wanted to close the deal because I may have mentioned in my other videos, we've been living in the Bahamas for the past 2 years and we wanted to come home to New England. So we tried our best to find $6.5 million, but that was just slightly out of our reach and we really couldn't manage to pull that kind of money together. So once we realized that we weren't going to be able to acquire this amazing property, we all cried. We were all pretty sad and bummed out for a while. It took me a good couple of weeks to get over it. But the thing that it made me and all of us realize was that, you know what? We do want to be farmers. We want to work on the land. We want to be together as a family. Yeah, and we just want to work together. We don't want to be answering to the big guy at a friggin' 40-hour-a-week job, because that's just not fun. So we continued to plan. You know, we realized that we weren't going to be able to acquire this property. Do you know this property was going to come with that house up there? We were going to live in that house. It's absolutely spectacular. And there's a wedding venue, which is where our daughter's getting married today, right down there. And then there was this beautiful 1791 house and the 4 greenhouses down there, plus all of this land. We were so close. So close. But we realized that, you know what? We do want to be farmers. We want to do this. And so as a result, Guy redrafted another business plan. And we said, all right, what kind of farmers do we want to be? And I raised my hand and I said, I want to be a flower farmer because that's something I can do annually, right? And there's so many different ways to branch off of that. And Guy wants to do chickens, and we definitely are doing what Alan did, and we're going to grow some lettuce. So we're growing, well, we haven't done it yet. We're getting a hydroponic garden, a greenhouse, and we'll be adding, I think, 39 towers to our greenhouse this winter, so that we can kind of replicate what Alan has done here on this property. And again, it's so beautiful. Maple Lane Farms. But anyway, it's been quite a week or two with the election and all the crap that's going on. I've got a couple of kids fighting with each other right now because of this stupid election. But hopefully we can put that all aside, right? So that's it for my rambling today. That's the story of Maple Lane Farms and how we came to almost own this place, but not quite, and how we came to become farmers in our own right, you know? So anyway, I don't know. I rambled. Sorry, I've got a couple of glasses of this mimosa in me so far, and we've got a fun party to go have. So cheers. Thank you for joining my channel. I hope you subscribe. And I'll be back with like real stuff eventually, but for now, we got a party to have. Thank you for joining. Take care.